So it's springtime and we have an amazing recipe full of spring vegetables. Wow, I simply love it. Our ingredients for tonight: aubergine. We're gonna be using orange zests. Smells so good. Smoked scamorza, one of my favorite cheeses as a kid. Broad beans, simply my favorite spring vegetable. Basilico and parmesan. 2 eggs, onion, celery. This is an amazing fresh spring vegetarian main course. It's really so beautiful, so many flavors in there, and yet so delicate. I simply love it. So we're gonna start with our aubergine, cut it in half. What we are used to is aubergines always grilled or in the oven or smoked. And this time we have this amazing recipe where we're simply gonna boil them. The water needs to be nice and salty. We usually salt them before when we want to grill them or fry them. In this case, the salt in the water is going to extract all the bitters that we do when we put them under salt. As usual, a nice handful, drop them in the water, bottom down for about 8 minutes. Cover them. We start cleaning our broad beans. You see, you just rip them open and you have these beautiful little beans. You can actually eat them raw. So good. I love cleaning broad beans. It's one of the things that just takes a little bit of time. Sometimes you need patience. I peel our carrots. For a nice Italian sofrito, we don't need to cut our sofrito too fine. You know, nice little cubes. Don't worry about it. This is a nice rustic, easy recipe. The more you get used to chopping, the faster it gets. Next up is our celery. We cut it exactly the same. Don't have to be too precise. Same for the onion. Next up, orange peel. 1 nice slice. When we put too much, the orange overpowers everything else. All the flavors nice and balanced. Just chop it nice and finely. We chopped all our vegetables and our beautiful aubergines are ready. Simply beautiful. We're gonna allow them to cool down a little bit and put them on the side. For our next step, we're gonna make our sofrito. Flame on, a little bit of olive oil, in goes the onion and the orange, our celery, and our carrots. Okay, so our sofrito is going. We want to do it at a nice moderate fire, not too high because we're not looking to burn it too much, but give it a nice caramelization for the flavor. A little bit of salt. The salt helps the moist to come out. So in the meantime, we're gonna clean out all the meat of our aubergine. And we want to leave the skin completely intact because this is going to be the case of our stuffed aubergine. And we do the same with the next. Beautiful. Remember to stir your sofrito because you don't want to burn it, of course. We're going to chop up the aubergine in nice little cubes. Our sofrito is looking beautiful. It's starting to pick up a little bit of color. And we're gonna add our broad beans that we just cleaned. We chopped up our aubergine and we are simply gonna add it to the pan just like that. And this essentially is to take out some of the moist from the aubergine. Okay, so our next step is to add our beautiful scamorza. It's simply chopped in nice little cubes, because then the stuffing is gonna melt and bring everything together. Our sofrito looks amazing. Look at that, the colors, they're so vibrant. It smells so good. Okay, we're gonna take our sofrito off the fire. Before we add the scamorza in here, we have to let it cool down for a little bit because the scamorza will start melting right away. Beautiful. So we can go ahead and chop a little bit of the basil, a nice little bunch. It just gives it so much freshness. 2 eggs. Okay, the temperature of the vegetables are perfect. They're not too hot. We're gonna add it right in there. Give it a nice turn. Okay, so we're gonna add a little bit of salt. Not too much, it's just to season the eggs that we added. There's already salt in our sofrito. And of course, our Parmesan is gonna give a lot of flavor. So if you have a nice fine grater, that is perfect. A good handful. I simply love Parmesan. It's amazing. The colors of spring. And just like that, our stuffing is ready. Okay, we're gonna get a tray ready with a little oven paper underneath. Don't be scared to fill them up nicely. Wow. So remember to reheat your oven at 180 degrees. Okay, they look amazing. We're gonna pour a little bit of olive oil on top, and that helps for the roasting. Here we go. And a little bit of Parmesan on top. That gives it a beautiful flavor on the crust, and after it comes out of the oven, it's gonna taste amazing. Wow. They're gonna go in the oven for about 20 minutes. Our aubergines are ready. Look at that. On the side of the plate, a little bit of our beautiful salads. And we have an amazing spring dish. Extra virgin olive oil, a little bit of salt, apple cider vinegar. Oh, wow. Buon appetito. It's so hot. The orange just comes out. The basil gives it that freshness. The smokiness of the scamorza, simply perfect. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Let me know what you think, and please try it at home. This is amazing. Again, home cooking for food lovers. Comments, let me know what you think. I'm happy to cook some more if you enjoy my recipes. See you next time.